the chiming of the past, present and future, signalling the time for prayer. These parishioners are faithfully following years of tradition, celebrating Sunday Mass at the Basilica of St. Anthony of Padua in the centre of Nuku'alofa. It's not just a place of worship and solace, it's also home to many.
Well, I grew up here. Talpe kutupu magtupu he Basilica. So now kawa he langa falelotu. Pe hoko pe Basilica ya ko kai ngata ko siasika ko family he otua.
This church is 45 years old, so the old church would have been built by our ancestors here, and they've all been baptized here, married there, and it's a real blessing for us in Nuku'alofa, especially from a family who's been here for 5 generations, and the church means a lot to me.
Taking 3 years to build, the Basilica was completed in 1980, replacing the old church building. The architect was Tongan Basil Hafoka. It was built with the help of his father Istolo and many families and volunteers from around the country. It was a remarkable build with pure manpower. Many who grew up here remember when the church was being built.
We never had a cranes or those trucks, cement, so we had to push the wheelbarrows of cement up a ramp up to this floor to do all cement, pass around buckets of cement, do these beams and all that. So it was all done by hand. A great community achievement.
Back in 70s, there were no machine, and the people who, the architect, they do the building, they do with their own hands. They are so bright those days. I was so young at that time, but I can see them how they lay out the branches and bring the whole things up there. I don't know how it's going to be, because most of the things were handmade, like the kaffa up there. We can't do it by machine.
Cardinal Muffy grew up in this parish and has fond memories of his family's contribution to the church.
James Harrow was the grandfather, and he was a craftsman. He got all the tools in his home. I remember he used to take me to the Bahu, they live in Bahu. And he used to see him with all this whacking, trying to reach the deadline for the opening. Oh, it's a day and night. You hear the noise. What is it? If we go closely to you see the shell,
In your power shells?
Yeah. This chair here was made by a man from Lamaue. This man was a disabled man, but he was carving Timote's name, this one. So, and you see this pulpit? The pulpit is the tall tree. This is one of these trunk. They preserve that and make it for like the pulpit.
This church holds a special place in my heart. When I was young, I was here for its grand opening. 45 years on, it's time to renovate.
It is very important. We're most grateful that it has been given the status of a basilica, and it's up to us to maintain it. And it stood all a couple of hurricanes, the earthquakes, and volcano eruptions. But we've got a leaking roof, and some of the beams has to be repaired.
The church building is in dire need of repair. To replace the roof alone, the committee says it will cost up to $650,000. Tongan Catholics around the world have been asked to fundraise and help with the renovation. Some think it might be too late.
The roof is coming off. I look at it. I look from outside, it breaks my heart. I can see the timber start peeling off. And I remember my mum and the whole family, and it's the core center. Home is a happy place, but here we all come together as a community.
and it's the community that is banding together to renovate this place of unity. The start of the renovation is scheduled for early 2026 and to be completed in 2030 in time to celebrate its 50th Golden Jubilee.
I guess that's part of the legacy. I wish to keep that up if God's so willing, to this basilica be renovated again and renewed. There is a great saying in the church: we evangelize with beauty. The beauty attracts people. It draws people to come. So I hope that they also try to keep that beauty and the up to standard of this place, the basilica, to draw people to come and worship God.